Hello friends, welcome back to the vlog. I hope everyone's having a great start to January. I don't know if anyone else feels like this, but in my head, Christmas 2026 feels closer than Christmas 2025. The holidays feel so far away, which is so sad and so weird. I feel like Christmas happened over a month ago and it's really just been 2 weeks. I miss it. I do miss it a lot. I've done a really good job at making my apartment cozy with lots of lights and stuff, and I've been very productive about cleaning and putting everything away and rearranging stuff, so I am very, very excited about that, but I do miss Christmas quite a bit. My goal for the start of this year is to check off as many projects that I procrastinated in 2025 as possible. There were a lot of things that I just couldn't make my mind up about. I'm very indecisive. There's some things that I know, and like when I know for certain, so when people come to me for either opinions on what they should do about their job or like a situation they're in, a relationship, generally I feel like I give pretty good advice and I'm pretty decisive. Like I know how I feel one way or the other. But when it comes to my own stuff, forget about it. I'm not good. I cannot make a decision to save my life, and I feel like there's just so many options. I don't know what's right. I don't know what's wrong. Sometimes I do, but a lot of the times I don't. So there's a lot of projects in my house that I was trying to figure out last year. I didn't know what the right thing was to do. I was afraid to commit, so I didn't do it. Or I have this fear, especially when I started posting on social media, of judgment, which I never really had before. I was afraid that I was gonna do something and my followers weren't gonna like it, and I was gonna get like backlash, or I was gonna do a project that I was gonna decide that I didn't like the project. Or like, for example, let's just say I put up a wallpaper and then other people bought the wallpaper because I did, and then I was like, wait, never mind, I actually don't like the wallpaper anymore. I would feel so guilty. So a lot of it is just like me overthinking in my head, but the goal for January is to try to accomplish as many of these things that I've been putting off as possible. So today we're gonna be doing more work in my bedroom, but on the opposite wall. I feel like we did such a great job last week, transforming my bedding, switching up the artwork behind my bed, adding the lights into my bedroom. If you saw my short, I did end up painting the poodle picture frame and it looks great. I'll give you guys a little tour later when we get in there of all the changes that I made since last week. But we're gonna be working on the wall opposite my bed, painting my red door frame today, and then I just kind of wanna think more about what I want to do with that wall, because it's a weird wall, and I've talked about it before, because there's like a door that leads to the hallway that's not actually used, so it's like this weird door that's actually a wall, so all that stuff. In general, I feel like January has been really good so far. I mean, it's only been like a week and change, so it's not that much time. If you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen that I've watched a lot of movies so far this year. I've watched 8, which I think is a record for me. I'm just really into it. It's like my escape from reality. I saw Hamnet in theaters at the end of last week. Phenomenal. I think my favorite movie that I've seen in years. It was so beautiful. I sobbed. Everyone in the theater was sobbing. It's so moving and so touching. If you can see it in theaters, I totally recommend, because it's like very cinematic and very aesthetic and beautiful and larger than life. So I totally recommend that. And I've been trying to see all of the Oscar Academy Award contenders. So there's still a couple that I haven't seen yet. I want to watch Sentimental Value, Blue Moon, Sinners I haven't seen somehow. Anyway, without further ado, we are going to move into the bedroom and start working on stuff in there and see where the day takes us. So here's where we're kind of at with the bed situation. I made a few changes. My blackberry colored Euroshams ended up coming in. I really, really like them. The seafoam was nice before, but this kind of breaks up the green pillow and the green bed frame. I did end up switching out the thrifted print. Someone left a comment on my last video saying they didn't like it, and I was not loving it either. Wasn't sure how it was gonna look with the Love Actually print being cut off a little bit, but I think it looks fine. I'm obsessed with that poodle print in the striped frame. This is from the John Darien store. He had a big sale in one of his shops last week, and I ended up getting these for like 70% off or something. I think it ended up coming out to. They're paper flowers. They're just so gorgeous, and I think they're perfect in my vase that I got from Mexico City. I just think it looks so nice. It's so like whimsical and quirky and fun. I'm very happy. All my friends are here too. It's just great. Okay, so here we are at the red door frame. It's directly across from my bed. I know some people really like this red door frame. It's been up for over a year now, like a year and a half. When I first did it, I really liked it. I loved it, but I fear as time has gone on, it's just too red. It is too red and against the white wall, which I would like to change to. I just have not been able to commit. It's just too much and it's too glossy. I did a high gloss, and I think that's just too much, so this time I'm doing an eggshell. But I've decided to go with pink. If you guys remember, I was going back and forth on colors. I did want to do green, but everything else in this room is green, so I have to do something else. This is Princess by Benjamin Moore, and I like it because it's like a softer mauve-y kind of pink, and I feel like it will go with the rest of the vibe. I also was thinking blue, but like at the end of the day, I'm not really a blue person, so I think the pink is going to work really, really well. So we're just going to do this today, and then I'm hoping that making this change will strike inspiration to fix the whole rest of this wall. The vibes are just off here. I don't really know what to do. I do want to change this situation also. I like the snail there, but I don't really love the crocodile. So the crocodile might be moved. So we're going to try to see how far we get with the paint sample, and then when we run out of paint, we will go to the paint store and get an actual quart, because this definitely isn't going to be enough. And then maybe I'll paint the door too. I don't know. Maybe I'll paint the door. And then I'm going to work on the bathroom. After this is done, I'm just waiting for some wallpaper samples to arrive because the bathroom is ready for a new chapter, for sure. Oh, I think it's so much better already. The red was giving me terrible anxiety. I don't know what it is. I think I just got it into my head that I really didn't like it. I know we all have those things where sometimes we just don't like something for some reason and we can't get it out of our head. This red door frame was that for me. It was just one of those things that had to go. And I'm so happy that I'm finally getting rid of it. Yeah, way better instantly. Okay, I have finished almost one whole pillar. This is just one coat of paint. I think I need 2 coats, but 1 coat did a pretty good job. I'm very happy. I am so happy. I was worried that I was going to regret this decision. I wasn't going to like the pink. I would have had to do another one. I mean, I'm not done yet, but it is just making me feel so much more at peace. The combo of the bright red with the high gloss in this space was not working for me anymore. Woo, I'm so happy. And a paint sample goes a long way, so I think, I've only used like, can you see? Maybe 3/4. I'm definitely gonna need another, but I'm like, can I just do 2 paint samples and paint this whole door? Maybe. It's almost like the same color as this tulip. It's a little more pink, but the vibes are pretty close, honestly. Well, I'm so happy. I was so over the red. It's the next day. I just got home from the gym and got ready for my day. It's 9:30 right now, and I'm trying to plan out what I want to do for the day. I finished the pink door frame yesterday. It only took 1.5 coats. After the first coat, most of the door frame was good, but there were a couple spots that were like a little streaky, so I just fixed it up. But I could not believe how well the pink covered the red. I thought for sure the red was going to take a couple coats to cover up, but like after 1 coat of pink, it was pretty much like, if I wasn't that picky, I probably could have left it as is, but I needed to do another coat in a couple spots. And now I'm trying to decide if I want to paint the door also. I think I do. It's so weird to say, but I think the pink makes the room feel bigger. And maybe that makes sense because the red was so stark. It was kind of like a stopping point, and the pink feels very light and open. I don't know if that makes sense at all, but it makes sense in my head. So I went to the store last night and I bought a quart of the same color so that I can finish the door. And then I was like trying to think like what else I want to paint. There's so many things that I want to do that I procrastinated last year that I kind of just want to dive right into this year. I have a couple things on order, like wallpaper samples and some little curtain drape things that I want to use in certain parts of my apartment. And I want to redo my bathroom. I also want to paint like these door frames here or do something like, I want to paint the wall behind the couch, but I don't know what color. It's like, there's so many things I want to do, but I don't know. There's There's a lot, but we're gonna focus on this area of my apartment first and then go into the bathroom, I think. So the plan for today is to paint the door frame. We're gonna jump into that and then kind of see how the day goes and take it from there. So here's what the door looks like after one coat. It's pretty good, honestly. There's a couple spots that need like a little bit more. You can see up there and some of these little lines, but overall, it looks really good. Just gotta wait for it to dry. Now I'm gonna decorate above my cabinets. I took all my Christmas decorations down. These were actually my last decorations to come down. I had a garland up there. My John Darien blow molds, the snowman and the Christmas tree, were also up there. And I left them up much longer than everything else in my apartment. Honestly, I kind of forgot that they were Christmas decorations. They technically could have been winter decorations, but I just needed to get it all down. Now I'm gonna redecorate kind of similar to what I had before Christmas, because really before Christmas I had just put a bunch of tchotchkes up there because there had been nothing up here for like the first year that I lived here, which I don't know how that happened. Because now that I look at it, it's so naked. I have my Anthropologie Stargazer twinkle lights, the same ones that I have around the mirror in my bedroom up there. So I'm gonna leave those up there, and then I'm just gonna put a whole bunch of stuff. One of my goals for this year, I don't know if I said this already, I have so many goals for this year, but it's okay. I feel like I'm doing a good job at them. One of my goals for this year is to actually put all of my tchotchkes out. I have so many tchotchkes and things that I've collected from traveling, and a lot of the times they're smaller things, and I can't find the right place to put them. I'll just end up putting them on like a lower shelf or like tucked away, and I'll be like, oh, I'll find a place for it later. But this year we are being very serious about cute clutter, not being afraid of overdoing it, because the worst thing that happens if you overdo it is that you take something away. So previously I had just put big things up there like my vases, potted plants, but now I want to try to put some picture frames up there and then some smaller things too, and kind of see like how it looks, you know, like have some fun with it. I also would like to fit a lamp in here just because I love the way that the mood lighting looks on top, but at nighttime it's very light up there and then dark down here. So I would like to figure out how to put a lamp in here somewhere. I was thinking maybe on the fridge, but we're just kind of playing around and getting stuff up there and off of the floor. So let's see how it looks. Now that I have the top all situated for now, I'm going to add a lamp on top of my fridge. I'm going to do my lamp that I thrifted and then the lampshade that I got when I was in Sweden at Spence 10. And I just think it's going to be a fun little pop of color. It also plays off of the lemon that's right here. And the lampshade just has like so many different colors, so I feel like it would work anywhere. And hopefully this gives like the right amount of light that I'm looking for, because I just really am chasing that glow from my Christmas tree and trying to have as many lamps around the apartment as possible. So here's to hoping it works. So I'm just gonna put this here. And then inside my cabinets above the microwave, there's a plug, and that's where I plug the lights in that go above the cabinets too. So I usually just try to thread it through. Okay, now the last thing I'm gonna hang up is this vintage marionette that I got in an estate sale. Not this past summer, the summer before that. It was actually an estate sale down the street from me that I kind of randomly stumbled upon. And the man who lived in the apartment had a lot of marionettes. He had like 10 different ones to choose from, and I ended up going with this guy. Just because I feel like he has so much personality. Look at his little mouth. His little bow tie. He's so cute. I haven't done anything with him just because like marionettes need to be hung up, obviously. So there's a very specific way that they need to be displayed. You can't just throw it on a shelf. So it's kind of been sitting in a box somewhere, but I am ready to give him his time to shine. I know some people are going to think this is scary, but one thing you should know about me is that I like scary things like this. I like quirky, kind of scary, weird dolls and pictures of dolls and stuff like that. So this little man is gonna get hung from the ceiling by his little suspension thing, and I think it's gonna be perfect. It's better than it sitting in a box, which is where it's been for the last 6 months or so. Just put a command hook on the ceiling. This is what I do to hang my paper stars too. It's just one of the normal command hooks, and usually it comes off pretty easily and it stays up. All my paper stars are still up and they have the lights in them, so it's not like they're just paper weight, you know? So let's see. This is so funny. That's my man. I think he's so cute. I know people are gonna think it's scary. I don't care. I love him. And I think it's so unique. It reminds me of like being in a thrift store. I feel like I'm in an antique store, but really it's my apartment. I think we all need to have more fun in life. I'm getting ready for bed and I have my new Vera Bradley pajamas on. These probably look familiar if you've been following my vlogs because they're the same pattern as those dark green teddy bear PJs that I wore pretty much all Vlogmas. I was obsessed with. And then I realized that Vera Bradley had a huge sale. I think it's 50% off. So I got this pair, which is like all multicolor bears. I don't know if it's supposed to be Christmas, but I don't think the colors are Christmassy. I think they look like gummy bears. They're so soft and cozy and they really match the vibe of my apartment. I feel like they work really well. So look at how cute the pink door is. I'm obsessed with it. I love it. Anyway, it's time for me to do my skincare. I've been putting so much effort into actually doing my nighttime skincare routine. For most of 2025, I didn't do my skincare. I'd wash my face and then maybe throw some moisturizer on, but I noticed my skin was feeling really, really dry, especially with the cold weather. But ever since, I would say the beginning of December, I've really been focused on actually doing my skincare routine. My esthetician actually had a really good tip that usually I follow, but I didn't today. She said that you should do your skincare the moment that you get home instead of waiting to do it right before bed, because obviously when you go to bed you get tired and you don't want to do the full routine then. Sometimes if I get home at like 6 o'clock, I'll just do my whole skincare routine then, and I was like, that is so smart. And then sometimes I'll also just do my skincare routine in bed. I'll have all my little products on my side table and I'll just do it while I watch TV, or I don't know. It's just easier to do it when I'm comfortable. But I'm kind of just going to speed run what I do for my nighttime routine. I'm not sure if this is right or wrong. It's just what I do and it works for me. I've been using this cleansing oil for like 4 or 5 months now. You can see that it's almost halfway empty. The brand is Sahajan. I actually got it at an event and I didn't really think anything of it, but I really like it. It smells really clean. And you just put it on your hands and massage it into your face. And then you activate it with a little water. and it takes your makeup off like crazy. It smells so good. I think it's all natural. I'll have to look into it, but it smells so good. I'm a really big fan of this. I don't know anything about the brand, but as you can see, I really like it. And then after my skin is clean, I go in with the lotion P50 from Biologique Recharge. And I've been using this for 6 or 7 years now. This is one of the things that I really do feel like makes a huge difference in your skin. It's expensive, but this bottle lasts you a really, really long time. So you just get a little bit, put it on a cotton pad, and then you press it into your skin. You could also just use your hands to press it into your skin, but I prefer to do the cotton swab. It helps keep away the blackheads, and it just makes my skin look fab. It's kind of harsh, so when you start, you're really only supposed to use it a couple times a week, but now I use it pretty much every day. And now for something new that I've added into my routine, just because my skin has been so dry and just terrible with the winter, I got one of these milky toners. I've never used one before, but I always see the skincare girlies using them, so I figured I'd give it a try. And you just get a little bit of this. It looks like that, and just wipe it all over your face. And I've only been using it for about a week now, but I do feel like it works. And in the morning when I wake up, my skin is still very hydrated, which is kind of what I've been looking for. For a moisturizer, I usually just try to use whatever I have. Right now I'm very lucky because I have a sample of one of the fancy creams that my esthetician uses. The brand is Danusera. A full-size tub of this is so expensive, so whenever I go, I try to ask her for a sample. It's so nice and thick and just makes my skin so happy. So I'm using this right now until I run out. I also have an Olay one, which is fine. And that's kind of it. That's my skincare routine. Now I'm gonna get ready to chill out and unwind. I think I'm gonna watch a movie tonight. I wanna watch Blue Moon with Ethan Hawke. So I think I'm gonna watch that and just try to get to bed early so I could have a nice, productive day tomorrow. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I had so much fun painting this pink door. It looks so great. And doing my kitchen. I'm so happy, and I hope you guys are having a great start to 2026. But I will see you next time for the next vlog, sometime next week. So until then, bye-bye. See you later.